Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about the all Hypixel games from worst to last. Now notification before we get into this. I may not included all of them. That is because they have either been removed too early and nobody remembered, or I just simply forgot and it's dead. So now we're going to be starting off with our worst game, and that is Mini UHC. Mini UHC was one of the first prototype games to come out, along with other stuff like Bed Wars and Murder Mystery and Duels. It was the only one, and the first one, to ever get to the red zone and to be taken out and put back with zombies. To this day, you cannot play Mini UHC anymore, as it got removed in 2017. Moving on, we have Adventure Mode. Now, Adventure Mode, nobody remembers. Nobody remembers this game, and it's a good thing they don't, because it was terrible while it lasted. So when Hypixel first came out, if you don't know this, he used to be a map maker, an adventure map maker. So you make adventure maps for the community to play, and then he came out with the server. The problem with Adventure Mode was when he made the server, he brought his adventure maps with it. Now, there were many flaws with this. First of all, while it lasted, see, I only remember this off of memories because there's not that much videos or anything about that to study off of. So bear with me, as I can only tell you from what I remember. I'm a veteran of this server. It had almost no plugins progressing anything. So if someone was just AFK, you couldn't really do anything because you had to basically go with your whole team. Now they had a couple. There's the other two ones I can remember. There was like a pirate one and Herobrine's Mansion. Herobrine's Mansion had the easiest boss, and it just sucked. And so did the pirate one. There was also another boss that also sucked, and you had to kill it and put it and put his dead item in the dropper, or the hopper, sorry. But you couldn't do it because sometimes, or most of the time, it wouldn't drop anything. So this had many flaws. It was about a year and a half after Hypixel came out, it turned into maintenance in an attempt to fix it, but was later removed off in early 2015, late 2014. No one can play this game, but they still have not removed the party command to do it. It will not do anything, it will just fail. I have tried it, believe me. Moving on, we have Arena Brawl. Now, Arena Brawl is the first classic game. And there are, again, many flaws with this. So, first starting off, it's dead. Nobody plays the game for playing. Now, I remember this game, and it was quite glitchy. The PvP style was really bad, and it died super quick. Moving on, we have Ender Spleef. Now, Ender Spleef, how do I say this? It's the worst arcade game by far. Literally starting out by just doing Spleef, but they tried to add a twist by making it like Enderman things, but all they came out with was a hot mess that was soon to be dead. It was one of the first arcade games to die, Unfortunately, there are many others that will be on this list in the very, very bottom spot. Moving on, we have bounty hunters. Now, bounty hunters, it was one of the first, or it was, well, okay, second to first, with it died along with Ender's Glyph. I have no memory of this, except it was like Assassins and it died quickly. That's all I'm going to say about that. Next, we have one of my least favorite games on the server, which was Turbo Kart Racers. So Turbo Kart Racers, even though it has few players, you can get into a game every now and then. Now the first problem was they first released this game hoping it was going to be an actual game. So it had a lobby, it had everything, but it only had 20 people. So they changed it with a bunch of other dead games, like in the classic games. And it was so similar to Mario Kart. If you just wanted to play this game, which was a really bad remake, one of the worst remakes in Hypixel, then just play Mario Kart. Play some kart game that was way better than this mess. Moving on, we have Smash Heroes. Smash Heroes, oh my god, where do we begin? It's dead. Look. Dead. Even though it's dead, you can still get to a game every now and then. I mean, but seriously though, it was just, I used to play this game quite a lot. I thought it would be my main game. And sorry for the no texture packs. I crash a lot when I get them, so I can't switch through them that fast. But continuing on, it was just horrible. They tried to remix it, they tried to do everything they could, but lack of updates, huge amount of glitches, stupid sound effects, stupid weapons that took time, and it was just bad. They teamed up with Element Animations, but I don't think Element Animations is very happy with this mess. Neither is Hypixel. So I guess that's all I'm going to say about that. Next is Dragon Wars. Now Dragon Wars I do remember. Thankfully it's so dead. You can't really get into a game. Even if you tried, you'd be waiting for hours before anyone else joins. So basically, Dragon Wars is where you try to get on top of the dragon and attack people. They tried to make an original game. I'm just going to come out and say this, but they just went into destruction. It was horrible. But, I mean, it was kind of fun while it lasted, so I'll give them that. Next up, we have one of the TNT games. Boast Belief. This game, despite not being that dead, in fact, one of the most popular games in the TNT series, but there's a huge problem. When the game starts, when you first get your bows, all you have to do is spam, and everything will be destroyed around you. This is super annoying when doing parkour, because you can obviously see places where the players spawn, because there's huge gaps in there, and it's just terrible. Also, there's a lot of camping. So you go to the corner, and you just shoot at people, causing nobody to die for minutes and minutes and minutes. Hours of frustration in running and jumping, parkouring, only to fall to your death in last place because of 10 minutes of running, shooting, and it's not fun. It's not fun. Moving on. We have Speed UHC. This game is probably the most dead game ever. I'm just gonna come out with and say that I mean, they try to make a twist, they try to make something, but it died so quickly and nobody really missed it. Sorry. That's all I have to say about that. Next, we have another arcade game, and that arcade game is Throwout. Throwout, it was actually quite fun in my opinion, but it was really simple for a Hypixel game. I mean, literally, it was like Sumo on It's Harry and Jerry server, only way less popular and way crappier, I guess. It's quite obvious that they didn't spend that much time doing it. They just rushed it, and I mean, when you rush it, this is what you get: bad messes. Next up is the walls. Now, I'm not talking about the Mega Wars or crazy walls. I am talking about the classic walls. Now, this is the most simple game on Hypixel. I'm just gonna throw that out there. There's the way many surfers that do the walls better, and don't waste your time on this. It's just really bad, too simple, died, and you can't really get into a game anymore. So yeah. Next up is Warlords. This game used to be quite popular until it died. Yeah. People did enjoy it. They did have a fan base, but then all of that mysteriously went into a black hole, and nobody plays this game anymore. I mean, look. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for Warlords. We are moving down the list, so things are going to get more positive. Next, we have something surprising. We have the prototypes, the Pit. Now, I'm just going to come out and say it. The Pit was a hot, rushed mess, despite being level 51. There are multiple problems with the Pit, and one of them being stereotypes. Now, okay, everybody with, I can't believe I just said everybody 10 million times. So you are going to have many hackers on. Many. It's just too much for the anti-cheat. It's just horrible. There's too many stereotypes, as I was saying, and the people who are good levels try to get fame. The stereotypes are, if you're level 60 and above, then you're absolutely OP. You literally, everybody you beat. If you're lower than that, it's so hard to level up because there are too many level 60s in your way, and it makes it hard. They should do, like, if they want to make it better, they should make it like Prison, where the lower levels fight together. But I mean, this is just PTL, that's its excuse, and it's kind of fun to battle other people, like Kit PvP, but with a twist. Next we have, oh boy, another arcade game. We have Hole in the Wall. Now, Hole in the Wall, I've seen nobody join this game. Hole in the Wall is just really simple. Basically, you're put with a team of like 6 players because no one joins, and you have to move with the wall, and you have to go through the hole so the wall doesn't push you off into the water. It was an absolute glitch fest. Nobody joined, so you can't get into a game. But it is a little bit of fun when you look past all of the glitches and the fact that nobody plays. You can enjoy this if you have a team of 6 people, a great computer, go on to it, nobody complains, and play the game, and you can actually enjoy it. Next we have, oh boy, another arcade game, Pixel Painters. Now Pixel Painters used to be fun. It's just the lobby when you join is terrible, and it's just like every other game except you judge it. Now, there's way too many inappropriate things that are being drawn, and it's not taken seriously. People vote for the stupid one, so it's always unfair, and the tiebreaker system is quite rigged. So if you look past all of that, again, you can enjoy it. Next, we have Mega Walls. So actually, Mega Walls isn't quite that bad when you look past the fact you cannot do face off or usually not challenge because you can't find enough players who are willing to do Mega Walls, but you can do standard. There's cool kits. There's a lot of item stealing. I mean, it's a fine game, I guess, overall. I mean, you can see that you tried, but it's really not their best work. Next up is QuakeCraft. So QuakeCraft is actually one of the most popular games in the classic series, but it's super hard to get like good at the game because everything costs so much to get it better. Once you've been playing for hours and hours, feeding off the noobs who don't know how to play, then that's when you get good and you become really just like everybody else. I don't value actually spending my time to get better at the game because it's so useless and not well done. But you can sometimes, at the very least, kind of enjoy it. If you look past all of the noobs, the high amount of noobs there are, and the high amount of pro players who kill you every time they see you because they have a machine gun shot, then it's really annoying. Moving on to Crazy Walls. Now, the only problem with Crazy Walls really is that it's dead. Minutes, I guess, at least, joining, and you can probably get into a game. There, like the pit, there are stereotypes for the OP player destroying everybody in the first 50 seconds, but it's kind of enjoyable. I'll give it that. Next, we have football, or soccer, however you call it. So football, when it was first released, died in an instant. You can still sometimes join, as you can see, every now and then. It's not bad. It's really just like Mineplex's lobby minigame, and not much is really twisted or anything about this. Not Hypixel's best work. It's still pretty fun though. Next is Galaxy Wars. Now, I used to play this game so much. I used to love it. But now you can never get into a game, and it died in an instant, lost all of its fan base, including me, and got absolutely destroyed. Really, all you have to say, it's a good game, but dead. That is literally the only problem about Galaxy Wars. Okay, next up is Creeper Attack. Now, Creeper Attack is kind of cool, except for the fact that it's dead, and there's not many upgrades, and that's really all I have to say about that. Next up is in here. Yes, PvP Run. It's just not good. You can't get into a game. Why am I in here? It's super hard to attack anyone because falling blocks are beneath you. The only way to get in is if you turn around, run, and attempt to attack the player. But they also have falling blocks, which will probably lead you to your demise. You can't multitask it. So it's like PvP or Tnt Run, but way worse and rigged. Okay, next up, I kind of merged these into 3, but we have Party Games, Hypixel Says, and Blocking Dead. Now, these all have one thing in common, except for Party Games, is that they're dead. Party Games never develops a fan base, and when you go on there, you find out that it's way too competitive, way too stupid, and you just quit after 1 or 2 games. Hypixel Says is also quite fun, one of my favorites out of the games, except it's not that much with the twist, so it doesn't have that much people. And Blocking Dead, which had a huge twist, used to be popular, but died in a tornado. You can still find games of Blocking Dead, but it's also very challenging and too hard. So that's why I kind of merged them, because they're all just really mediocre. You can still find games with them, but they are dead and alive at the same time. They're dead, but without, they're alive, but without a fan base. Next up is another prototype game, and that is Battle Royale. Now that's the second newest game. It's exactly like Fortnite, but in Minecraft. Literally the exact same. Now, if you really like this, then just go play Fortnite. That it's for free, trust me. But I mean, the game also has stereotypes. But seriously though, just go play Fortnite if you really want to play this game. It is exactly like Fortnite in every single way, shape, and form, except for blocks. Then that's kind of what separates it. The next one is Tnt Wizards. It's basically one of the worst games, including from popularity in the series. Now Tnt Wizards, there's not many classes, there's not many updates. It kind of has a twist, but kind of. And it's also really annoying and frustrating. And it's mediocre at best. Going down, we have, oh boy, Cops and Criminals. I'm just gonna break it to you, I absolutely love this game. It's just the normal ratings that give it low ratings on this list. It's actually mediocre. But challenge mode, you can't get enough people who want to actually play Cops and Crims, so you can't really do that. Team Deathmatch, it's not fun in my opinion, and Defusal is pretty good. But Cops and Crims, when it was first released, was super popular. And that's all I have to say for that. Coming up next is Hide and Seek. Now, Hide and Seek is the worst rated games in this series of prototype right now. And I feel like Party Popper is the best out of the 2 versions. Is Party. Okay, did I say Party Popper? I meant Party Pooper, sorry. Don't know why it's called that. But I like Party Pooper a lot. And I don't like Prop Hunt because it's super confusing. They tried to add a twist and they ruined the series. Party Pooper is fine. It's a little bit rigged. But yeah, it's fine. Just fine. Next up we have Build Battle. Now, Build Battle is actually pretty cool. They updated and they added versions. I don't really like Pro Mode or Guess the Build, and mainly for guess the build is because it's already on other servers, and the other servers have already developed a fan base. Solo mode and team mode are good, and overall this game is pretty good. Next up, we have TNT Tag. TNT Tag has a lot of people on it. It's the most popular game out of these bunches. Except TNT Tag is super frustrating, super long, and super suspenseful. And TNT Tag is one of the only games where you don't win by skill, you win by luck. Other than that, it's pretty good. Yeah. Next is in Classic, and it's Vampires, or Vampire Z, however you pronounce that. Now, Vampire Z, it took part in the Hypixel revolution, which is what I'm calling it, in 2013, which is like a year or so after Hypixel was made, and it exploded in popularity, with hundreds coming to play Vampires. Now it's dead simply because other games have beaten its popularity, and it fell to its demise quickly after the Hypixel explosion. Next up, we have Mini Walls. Now, Mini Walls is okay, because I have a couple complaints for it. Like, why when you shoot the pool, it explodes? Why? Now, you can't really defend your Wither that well when you get people rushing in and destroying it. And also, when you die, you have to wait very long. And it's also a glitch effect. And for some reason, when you die, you can see your player, like, fall down. Don't know why they implemented that, but moving on. Overall, that's fine, the game. Next up is Housing. Now, I actually like Housing, but it developed a lot of stereotypes. I mean, a lot. This is my game, this is my thing, and it got griefed, which is also a problem. They should have better grief protection. But go to travel to someone else's houses, and all you get are these stupid proms or high school romance thingy. Wait, what? Stupid stuff like that. Free build, parkour, and it's just dumb. These role plays, it's horrible. There's nothing with a twist. It all blends in to the same boring oatmeal. But I mean, if you look past that, then you can find hope for it. Now, moving on. Next, you have Uhc Champions. Now, the only problem with this is that the healing thingy is you can't heal unless you get golden apples or potions. Yes, potions are craftable. Potions and golden apples are super hard to get, so good luck. Also, it also has stereotypes. Why is this guy inviting me? Who is this man? That's really all. It's actually a pretty good game. Was also took part in the revolution. Next up is Duels. I don't know. Okay, yeah, it is. Now, Duels, it started off quite bad, but due to updates and popularity, it quickly rose. Now look at it. I mean, except for a tournament, I don't think many people like this. This is a really good game. Whatever they did in the updates, they did it right. They got it absolutely correct. It's super fun, and I definitely recommend this. Next up is Blitz Survival Games. Now this, when the Hypixel explosion first happened, this was competing with Skywars, but quickly fell because stereotypes, errors, and a dumb PvP system. Like, seriously, let's say you have a diamond sword and you're killing this guy with no armor at all. The first hit only does half a heart, but the next hit does 4, and then the next hit does like 10 damage. I don't know, they wanted to make it feel more realistic. I don't know, but yeah, fine. Coming up next is Murder Mystery. Now, Murder Mystery, I'm super glad it's released. All the games are doing fine. Infection is one of my favorite games of all time, and all of these are just super good. I highly recommend you try this out. It used to be just plain alright, but due to updates and popular demand, it quickly rose. Now we are moving on to the top 3. We have Tnt Run. Now, Tnt Run was also with the Hypixel explosion, but has later fallen. Yeah, but it's still a cool, fun game. I still do recommend it, despite not as much people as like 2015. But yeah, now coming into the top 2. Number 2 is Bed Wars. Now, Bed Wars always had the best hype, always had the best fan base. It's huge. I absolutely recommend this. It's super fun, way better than Mineplexes or CubeCraft, despite they did copy CubeCraft. But they just made their own better thing, and it destroyed CubeCraft. I'm not joking when I said this. After Hypixel released their thing, everybody was playing CubeCraft, Egg Wars, which is what they call their Bed Wars, Egg Wars, rhymes, including me. They hated it. In response, yes, I did study on this, CubeCraft made their speed version. The main reason Egg Wars didn't work out for most players is because it took too long to get resources and all of that, and had really low demand, and Bed Wars had that. So they tried speed mode, but it still didn't work out. I did try it like years ago, or 1 year ago, and I hated it, because it was like it, but the worlds were closer and things were like cheaper, I think. But dang, Bed Wars is super good. Now, the best of all of these games is Sky Wars. Now, Sky Wars was 90% of the Hypixel explosion. Everybody was coming to do this. They had a great twist, great plan out. It took time, effort, and boy, did it pay off. This was awesome. Everybody coming around playing this. None of the games are dead. They're super hype. Oh, it's for Mega. I don't know why that's dead. But they have Vlad mode. It's still being updated, and it still has huge hype, just like it did way back. So I hope you enjoyed the video, this 33-minute video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.